Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's 30-Minute Mentor. It's part 3 of the course that we've been going through, and I just want you to let me know that you can see my screen and hear me by typing something in the chat box. You can see my screen and hear me. Okay, got a nice, fun 30-minute presentation for you, and I'm available to answer any questions that you might have following that. Any questions on any topic of marketing, or if you're a member of one of the programs I run, I'm happy to answer questions on one of the programs I run. Normally, I've got the answers for you. If I don't have the answers, I will find them out for you and get back to you. So that's it. First of all, just let me know that you can see my screen and hear what I'm going on about. Or if everything is fine, thank you, Raina. Good, good, good. So everything working. Okay, so let me get right on with things. I'm not sure how many people are in the room. If people are late, that's their problem. I know we have a lot of people that can't watch at this time. They're either at work or business, or they have other things going on, and so they watch replays. And the best place to watch the replays, I know you'll get an email automatically sent by the system giving you a replay link. Sometimes those replays, for some reason, are not very good. And so the best place to watch replays is at http://soap.com/live, LIVE. And that has the most recent session on there, together with any links that we mention in the webinar, and sometimes with the downloads that we also have in the webinar. So we're into part 3 of the money formula, and hopefully, no, I'm in the wrong place. Let me find out where I should be. I need to change the view a minute. Interestingly enough, I was on a webinar last night run by somebody who does hundreds of webinars, more than me, and it all went wrong. I thought, wow, that's great. It's not just me that gets everything messed up. So here we go. That's where we should be. The money formula, part 3. So let's move on. There are 8 parts, and what we said was most people miss out the parts between 1 and 7, and then they wonder why they don't get the right results. So we've been through how to select a product or service, and we've been through getting a clear outcome, and we'll be looking back to that a little bit, because now we're into the hook. So what is the hook? What is the hook? We've got it there. It's the first part of the AIDA formula, or AIDA formula, some people pronounce it. Doesn't matter, it's a mnemonic, and it stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. And those are the 4 important parts you need to build in to any promotion that you're doing, any sales page, any advertising, anything at all that you're putting out there should have those 4 points. And every page that you do on your website, every advert you write, everything you do, you should be looking at those 4 points. Does what I have done cover attention, interest, desire, and action? Does it grab their attention? Does it then further interest them to a point where they desire it? And finally, is there a strong call to action there? And that's what you've got to do in everything that you're producing. In 99% of cases, the hook will be the headline. Nice little cartoon there. Wow, I'd better read this because headlines do attract. On the average, 5 times as many people read the headlines as read the body copy. What this means is that 4 out of 5 people don't like the headline. The headline isn't good enough. It doesn't interest them. It doesn't grab their attention. So you want to be writing copy where you can get, as an absolute minimum, 1 out of 5 going to your copy, opening your email, whatever it may be. And you want to be aiming for higher than that. So remember, going back to the formula, the headline needs to grab attention. And one simple way to do this is you put in attention, or you shout attention. You grab their attention. Attention. People are used to hearing that, and attention. What have I got to be What have I got to look at? What is it? It's a very simple and very effective method of getting someone's attention. And it's so simple, most marketers overlook it. So there it is, attention. And then last week we talked about having a clear outcome. Who is your ideal subscriber? Who is it that you are aiming at with what you're doing with your with your advert, with your product? Who is it there? Whose problem is it going to solve? And if you know that, then you can address that, and you can put attention acne sufferers if you're selling acne cream, attention yachtsmen if you're selling a course on how to be a better dinghy racer or something, attention investors if you're selling an investment program, attention internet marketers if you're selling something that helps internet marketers. Whatever your target market is that you have highlighted in your getting in your efforts last week of getting a clear outcome, you can put that in. No matter what it is you're targeting, whether it's weight loss, whether it's there are millions and millions of different niches out there. And once you've identified what yours is, you can put attention, this niche. Okay? It's a very simple way of getting people's attention. And then you want to look at the 4 U's when you're writing a headline. A headline should be unique. How many times have you seen things that say, buy now in 3 easy payments, or get this now, offer closes in 7 days? It's out there hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, and people are getting used to seeing it, and it switches them off straight away. You've got to find a way of being unique. You are unique. There is no one else in the world that is like you. There is no one else in the world that can do things the way that you do them. So stop copying people. Think about what it is that you want to achieve and be unique with it. I'm going to give you some further tips on it in a moment, but look at how your headline can be unique. Make sure it's specific, ultra specific. I was looking at a blog the other, it wasn't that long ago. And what did the headline say? I'm going to miss you, or something like that. Well, I wasn't, I'm going to miss who, Maybe it was designed to arouse curiosity, but it was a poor headline because it wasn't ultra specific. It wasn't telling what this was about. And because I'm a student, if you like, of headlines, and this is what you ought to become too, and keep a swipe file. If you find a good headline, copy it, put it in a notepad, and save it somewhere on your computer and keep adding to it. So you've got all these different headlines. You think, wow, that was a good headline, because any headline can be modified to suit whatever it is you're selling. So look at it. And when you're writing your headline, make sure it's ultra specific. This particular headline was actually about Steve Jobs, and the blog must have been written not long after he died. And an amazing man. And the content was extremely good, but how many people would have got there? I'm going to miss you. You know, it's not really grabbing attention. And had it not been for the fact that I was just curious what they were trying to get at, as I say, that may have been their intention, but a lot of people won't follow through on that. I found the article, and it was an excellent article. But if people don't get beyond your headline, it doesn't matter how good your article is, it doesn't matter how great the rest of your content is, it doesn't matter whether 99 people out of 100 will buy your product if they read your sales blurb, if they don't get there. And if your headline isn't unique and specific, most people aren't going to get there. You're not even going to get that 1 out of 5. You should also convey a sense of urgency if you can in your headline. You'll see this used a lot. Try not to be the same as everybody else when you have this sense of urgency. You'll so often see closing in 24 hours, and you come back 3 days later and it's there and it says closing in 24 hours. And, you know, convey a sense of urgency, but do it in an ethical way and do it in a unique way and in a specific way. And make your headline useful to your target audience. If you're selling acne cream and your target audience is spotty people, then make your headline useful. Tell them that you're going to get rid of their spots in your headline, you know, useful. Okay. So those are the 4 U's that you need to be working on. Use numbers in your headline. There's a very good reason why so many copywriters use numbers in the headlines, and that's because it works. You'll see it, 84-year-old grandmother made $73.17 a minute using our new system. Okay? Do an experiment. Go to the grocery store and scan the magazines in the checkout lane. Look at the front page article headlines. It don't matter what kind of magazine it is. Many of them will be using numerals to start off the headline. You'll see it so often. There aren't really any rules that I know of regarding what numbers work best. But people typically only remember 3 to 5 points. That said, sometimes a really obscure number like 19 or 37 can catch people's attention. However, sometimes if you say the 100 best ways of losing weight, people think it's far too much for them because they want something simple. If you were to say the 3 easy ways to guarantee weight loss in the next 24 hours, maybe that would be better. So think about what you're doing and be creative all the time. Be creative. You know, I was reading something the other day. I hadn't planned to bring this up, but it just flashed into my mind. And so it's obviously worth mentioning. It was an article written, and I can't remember which medical journal or whatever journal it was. But there was a survey that had been done on creative genius. And what they did was they interviewed 100 children under the age of 3 and gave them little tests to test their creative genius. And 97% of children under the age of 3 scored at genius levels and above, to prodigy, you know, to absolute miracle. 97% under 3 years old were creative geniuses under the age of 3. They gave the same tests to a group of people, the same numbers, that were between 20 and 25. And only 2 showed creative genius. That shows the effect of conditioning that goes on in society, in what you experience, in everything you do. Your sense of adventure, your ability to think outside the box. You've got to get back to being under 3 years old, folks. You've got to get back there where your imagination can run riot, and it doesn't matter what your logical mind says. Let your imagination go. Get back to being under 3 years old, where you don't care what people think about your ideas, because they're your ideas. They're your creations. They're there in your mind, okay? Just threw that in. Okay. Hope you're having fun with this. I'm having fun. Use interesting adjectives. Here are some examples. Effortless, painstaking, fun. Fun's a good one. Free, incredible, essential, absolute, strange. Do a bit of your own brainstorming. What other great examples can you think of that are good adjectives that you can use? Things that are emotive. You know, people buy on emotion. You've got to get into their heads and get their emotions running. That's what it's about. Use unique rationale. If you're going to do a list post, be original. For example, consider the following: reasons, principles, facts, lessons, ideas, ways, secrets, tricks, and if possible, never use things. Please, please, for the love of Pete, don't use things. You can do better than that. I know you're over 3 years old, but you can do better than that. What, why, how, or when. These are trigger words that I typically use. Why and how. The most often, I'm often trying to persuade or enable someone. How are you going to achieve what you're setting out to do? When people come to me and say they want to do this, why do you want to do it? Why, you know, you're looking for their reasons and their actions. And typically you'll use either a trigger word or a number. It's not usually good to do both. So play around with it. And make an audacious promise. Promise your reader something valuable. Will you teach them how to learn a new skill? Will you persuade them will you persuade her to do something she's never done before? Will you unlock an ancient mystery? What you want to do is dare your reader to read the article without over-promising, but be bold. Be seductive in the most innocuous way possible, of course, and be dangerous. And then make sure you deliver what you promise. Okay? So be audacious, be creative, but be honest and deliver what you promise. This is a simple formula. I don't know who came up with this, but it's one that is used by most copywriters, and it's really, really effective. You start off with a number or your trigger word, your how or your when or your 273 or whatever it may be, and then you put in one of those adjectives, and then the key word, which is related to where you're moving, your congruency, and at the end you want your promise. Okay, so as an example, we take the subject of bathing elephants. You could write an article entitled "How to Bath an Elephant," or "Why I Love Bathing Elephants," or you could apply the formula and make it 18 unbelievable ways you can bathe an elephant indoors. Okay, what you've got to do is then make good on your promise and illustrate how you can get that elephant through the door. But okay, another more serious example. Take a bold promise like selling your house. Okay, how to sell your house in a day. It's a little bit hackneyed. But if you go a little bit further and you go, how you can effortlessly sell your home in less than 24 hours. Okay. See how that brings it all to life, and it makes it more interesting. The how is very good. You'll see a lot of headlines that start off how or how to effortlessly sell your home in less than 24 hours. How you can generate an income of $273 an hour, or how you can simply generate an income of $273 an hour following, you know, it's all there in that formula. Remember, when you're writing your headlines, people don't want to be tricked into reading something boring. They want to be drawn into something exciting. So make it worth their while. Take an extra long time to consider what headline will grab people's attention the most. In fact, what headline will grab most people's attention the most. And make sure that it describes your content in an honest but attractive way. They won't regret it, and neither will you. When you've got your headline, TTT, test it, tweak it, test it again. You should always be testing things, tweaking them, seeing if you can get a better result. Sometimes a comma in a different place, or put in or removed, or a capital letter at the beginning of each word, or removing the capital letters, or changing one word can make a massive difference. There are lots of cases where just changing one word has changed the results, increased results by 40 to 50%. So you've got to be testing to see if you can do that. Even if you're getting good results, you still want to be testing. Your good results are your benchmark. Then you test something else. And if it's better, that better becomes your your benchmark. So you test it, you tweak it, and then you test it again. You're constantly testing. That's what marketing is. It's a good example of the importance of a headline. There's a lady called Nora Hayden who is dead now, but she wrote this book in 1982, and it was entitled Astrological Love. And the content in it was apparently very good. And the book sold 5,000 copies, which was not very good. So the publishing company had a look at it, and they got involved, and they got salespeople to look at it. And instead of it being Astrological Love, they changed the title to How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. And it sold 2.6 million on release. And since 1982 has sold over 50 million copies. Okay. Same book, same content, different headline. That's how important it is, and that's what your hook is. And if you're not getting the people in there to open that book and see how good the content is, it doesn't matter how good the content is, because nobody's going to read it. 5,000, 50 million. What a difference. Okay. How long have we been going? We've been going 25 minutes, so we've done well this week. Have we got any questions on anything there? Let's see what, there we go. That doesn't apply because I've already done that webinar. So I think we can come, oh, just a minute. I'm in Silhouette, which, let me close this keep some of the sunshine out. And there we are. You can see me. So here we go. Have we got any questions coming in? No questions there. Have we got any questions on anything relating to any topic of marketing? Have we got any questions on what I've been teaching today, the past couple of sessions? Any questions on anything at all? Because, as I say, we've done really well today. It's 26 minutes. I must have got really excited about it. Headlines are exciting to me. They're something that I know if you get it right, you'll sell. Okay, because you'll get people to that copy, and the more people you get to your copy, the more things you'll sell. But if your headline is rubbish, people won't even get to your copy. It doesn't matter how good that copy is. So something that you've got to work on all the time. Let me just have a look if there's anything exciting. Nope. There is, in fact, if I can find, I've got an event going on Facebook. Let me see if I can find it for you. Yeah, here we go. Now then, we need to screen share again, don't we? Just 1 second. Screen share, okay. This is an event and it's all about engineering your breakthrough. In fact, I think the presentation is going to be called Breakthrough Engineering or something like that. It's a huge event. And it's going to show you how to make that breakthrough in 2015. And it's going to be a step-by-step process that you can use to get to $10,000 income in the next 30 days. And the date of it is Tuesday, August the 4th. Not exactly sure what time of day this is going out at, but it will be available on the landing page, and I think I can show you that in a minute. Obviously, nobody can guarantee that you're going to get $10,000 in the next 30 days. It's down to you. It depends on whether or not you listen to the instructions and apply them. But if you want to be a part of this, and I recommend it, get the link. And I've actually got a link now, but it's not up here. Where is it? I think it's on the live page. Let me see if I can find that. How do I stop the screen share? I have to be careful. I have a habit of, instead of stopping the screen share, clicking the wrong button and blocking everybody out. Is the headline in the subject or the body in an email? It's your subject, Jim. You can also repeat it in the body. No harm in doing that. That's a technique that I sometimes use. But if the subject is uninviting, a lot of people won't get to open your email. And that's what we're about. We're about grabbing their attention, getting them to open your email. You will find that a lot of email programs show the first line. Let me see if I can show you that before we get onto this event thing again. If we show you this page, screen share, this is my Gmail account. I think, yeah, I think we've got it there. And you'll see it's got the subject in here in bold, and then it shows the first line. So you need something in your first line that's going to attract people enough to open it as well. Like this JV Zoo, I get these all the time sent to me because I want to know if there's anything new going on that I'm interested in or I think is worth letting other people know about. Most of the time they're not, but sometimes they are. But turn your videos into branded moneymakers fast. This is insanely awesome. You see, this is actually in the body of the email. If you look at the email, this is insanely awesome. This new software takes any video you have online and makes it into a professional looking moneymaker. With the click of a button, you can start skinning your video to look like your brand on your website. It works on any website, WordPress, blog. Okay. I'm always interested in property. This is new home in Encinitas, pick for you. Skim. I don't know whether you know about this actually. This is good. You can get a daily skim. I think it's just skim.com, SKIMM.com, and you can register. Here it's not very exciting, but I know what Skim is, and what it does is they pick out items of news, and it gives things that people are talking about this 28-year-old black woman, this civil rights leader that was found dead in her cell in Texas. There's bits about that. There's the Charleston massacre. What to say when you find yourself eating a lot of cereal before payday. Not sure what that's about. It's quite an amusing headline. I mean, you can make headlines amusing as well. Once again, what they've got in here is what. One of those things. What to say when you find yourself eating a lot of cereal before payday. Okay, and then they've got an article in there. And these are things that if you know about them, you can retweet them or you can stick them up as comments on your Facebook page or whatever. Here again, what to say to your friend who overuses exclamation points. What to say when you realize your office gummy bear supply is running low. Things to know. Okay, so you get these every day. It might be theskim.com. It's theskim.com. If you're interested in subscribing, it's free and they send this out to you. Okay, so that's what we're showing there. Let me have a look at here we go, the live page. What we've got here is the best place to watch the replays. Am I displaying that now or is it still showing? No, it's still showing that. So I need to stop that one, pressing the right button, go into screen share again, and then select that one. Okay, this is the best place to watch replays if you miss something. It's, as I say, sawwp.com/live, and it's here. You can also watch it live there if you want, and you can add comments in. There you go, people making comments and things. You can ask questions through that. But this is the event I'm talking about. So if we click on that, hopefully you will see where it goes. Okay, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So if you're in the UK, that's like 1 a.m. in the morning of the 5th of August. So you're going to have to get out of bed for it, but it will be worth getting out of bed for? Okay. Once again, the headline here. Let's just have a look at the headline. This is the first attention-grabbing bit. Brand new breakthrough engineering live training. And then how. You see, we're using that how to. And the numbers. How to earn 10,000 or more in the next 30 days. Numbers again. And then audacious promise. Even if you have no list or have never earned a dime before. This is the ultimate guide. Okay. And I can assure you that we're going to deliver on that. You'll learn the quickest list building method, advanced and stealthy 8-step formula, traffic avalanche, top 3 secret sources that currently pull over 400,000 visitors a day, conversions, how to increase your conversions, and you'll get the knowledge and step-by-step instructions on how to create a total breakthrough in your business in the next 30 days or less, provided you apply what you learn. And you'll need to log in and register your spot. I say it's 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 1 a.m. in London. If you're in Germany or somewhere, 1 a.m. on the 5th, please understand. If you're in Germany or Italy, it'll be an hour later. It'll be 2 a.m. in the morning on the 5th. And if you go in the other way, out to California, it'll be 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so that is that. We can come away from there now. Stop screen sharing. Got the right button again. Okay, any more questions from anybody? See if we've got anything there that I can see. No questions? If we've got no questions, I'm going to wrap it up because I have got a lot to do. I've enjoyed being here with you. I hope what you've had is useful. It is essential when you're sending emails, writing ads, giving a title to a blog post, whatever it is you're doing, you need to follow the same pattern, the same rules, the same thought process. And you need to get back to being a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old even, as long as you can talk, okay? Talk and write. So if we've no more questions, I will say thank you for being here. God bless you all. I am here next week. I've not found out yet how to, let's just have a look at the dates. Yeah, next week, the 30th. On the 6th of July, we're going to have to rearrange the time or change the day or do something about it. I can't make it on the 6th at this time of day. And I won't be able to make it on the 13th at this time of day either. And I'm not sure how I change that in the software to do things. So I'll get on to support there and see if they can help me, and we'll get those modified. But if not, just bear in mind that we'll be either different day or different time of day on those 2 days. Next week, as normal, on the 30th, 1 p.m. British summertime. But the 2 weeks following that, there will be changes, and then we'll be back to normal. Okay, God bless you all. Thanks, Raina. I appreciate you appreciating it. Okay, God bless. Goodbye. See you next week, or if you're one of my members, probably Monday or before or whatever. God bless. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll redirect you, I think. See if this works. Because you can then have a look at that page and you can register for for that, and you can see where's a good place to watch the webinars. So it says you're redirected. Whether or not you are, I don't know. We try it again. All redirected, it says. Maybe it's worked, maybe it hasn't. If it hasn't, soap.com/live. God bless.